Hey everyone, welcome back to RJK English. Today we're going to talk about something simple and yet very useful, and there's Hiroshi, he wanted to say hi, called question tags. Question tags. So I can ask you a question. Do you think the coronavirus situation is bad? I can ask you that question, right? But I can also do it this way. I can also do it this way. The coronavirus situation is bad, right? Do you see what I did? I said a statement first, and then I added a question tag to make it a question for you. We do this a lot. I like teaching. Don't you? I can ask like that, right? This is a yes or no question, right? The coronavirus situation is bad, right? And you could say, yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. Or you could say, no, I don't think so. You could also say, not necessarily. You could say, not necessarily. That's not necessarily true. So, and you could also say, are you joking? Are you joking? This means you really don't agree. Are you joking? It's not that bad. It's just, some people say it's just like the flu. You could say something like that, right? Or you could say not necessarily. This means you kind of agree, you kind of don't. Not necessarily. It's bad, but it could have been a lot worse, right? So that's how we could answer that. Not necessarily, or are you joking? Are you joking? Like that. So we could also ask it this way. The coronavirus situation is bad. Notice we said is here. Isn't it? Right is just a general way of saying it. But this is using the verb correctly and asking the question. Isn't it? Isn't it? Or if I say the coronavirus situation is going to get worse. This means in the future, it's going to get worse. And then I could say, won't it? Won't it? Or actually, this would be better. Will get worse. The coronavirus situation will get worse. Now I'm going to use this verb for my question and change it to what it should be. Will it not? And we say, won't it? Won't it? You could say, will it not, but that's not how we talk. Will it not? We say, won't it? Let's ask another one. That car goes really fast. How am I going to change this into a question? What question tag am I going to use? I could just use right. Right? I could do that. But I could also add a more specific tag. So it goes really fast. So we would say, so let's look at how we would say this. If I ask, how are you? I'm sorry. You are good. How would I change that into a question? I just switched these two, right? Because we can do that for to be. We can just say, are you good? Are you good? Are you good? But if we have another verb, we have to do something different, right? So let's say, I say, you are fast at running. You know, I'm talking about your running. I say, you are fast. You run fast. I'm sorry, not you are fast. That's to be. You run fast. You run fast. How do I change that into a question? Do I say, run you fast? I don't switch these two this time, right? A lot of you know this. I add a do, which is a dummy subject. It's a dummy subject. Do you run fast? I add this do at the beginning, right? Do you run fast? So with that in mind, what question do I add to this? That car goes really fast. What question tag would I add? How would you ask the question? You would say, does that car go fast, right? That would be how you add the question. You would add does to that because it's third person present tense. But I'm asking, when you ask the question tag, you're asking in the negative. Remember, I asked, won't it? Will it not? Won't it? So I need to change this to the negative. That car goes really fast. Doesn't it? That car goes really fast. Doesn't it? What if I say, you run really fast? How would I ask that as a question? I would say, do you, not does, do you run really fast, right? So I need to change this into a negative to ask my question tag. What would I put? Not doesn't it, don't you? So I use my subject and I add that do in the negative, don't you? You run really fast, don't you? Or I could say, you run really fast, right? So that's how we use that. We run really fast. Don't, what would we add? Don't, you just have to change the subject. Don't we? Don't we? That company has a really good product, doesn't it? We have a really good product, don't we? So these are how we use question tags. And do you remember how you can answer? You can say yes or no. But what is the other thing you can say? What if you kind of agree? Not necessarily. And after you say not necessarily, you give your reason. Not necessarily. What's the other one that you might use? You can say, are you crazy? But what was the one we used? Are you kidding me? We don't run really fast. We're really slow. Have you seen Usain Bolt? So we can answer in this way. So very useful, and it will make you sound more like a native English speaker. So I hope this was helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me to keep creating these videos because it helps my videos to be seen. Make sure to comment, and if you want to talk further, go to RJK English on Facebook and ask me a question. All right, see you later.